President Trump's choice to head a major government media operation, the U.S. Agency for Global Media, has launched a wholesale trashing of the venerable divisions of that organization. Michael Pack firing dozens of leaders from the Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, Radio Free Asia, and the Middle East Network and others, all run by the U.S. government. The Voice of America alone delivers television and radio programming to more than 236 million people across the world. Pack's first step was to force out Amanda Bennett, a winner of 2 Pulitzer Prizes as the top editor at VOA. Then within 48 hours, he fired all the network heads and their advisory boards. Is this part of President Trump's plan to gain control over an independent and federally funded media organization? Joining me now is Rick Stengel, former Undersecretary of State during the Obama administrations. His book, Information Wars, How We Lost the Global Battle Against Disinformation and What We Can Do About It, comes out tomorrow in paperback. Congratulations on that, Rick, and thanks so much for joining us. A lot of us have been really concerned about all the firings, not just taking out the top leaders at VOA, bad as that was. It was a pretty bad warning sign, but then going to the advisory boards that include people like Ambassador Ryan Crocker, all of these independent, nonpartisan people, and the experts who run these different radio programs, the language experts, all of these people who are so experienced as journalists. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's a bit of a tragedy, Andrea. U.S. international broadcasting is vast. I mean, it has a $750 million budget, which is not trivial. Even in the federal government, it grew out of the Cold War, where we were trying to reach people around the world and talk about freedom with independent press. And that's basically what it has been. There's about 3,500 employees. They devoutly believe in their mission, which is to bring objective, fair-minded news to people around the world. The appointment of Michael Pack and the approval of Michael Pack is he's a kind of a propagandist. Everybody who's been head of VOA and the Broadcasting Board of Governors, now what's known as U.S. Agency for Global Media, have been fair-minded and not politically minded. And to have somebody who wants to possibly create Trump TV on an international stage is a really dreadful idea.
And this comes at a time when the whole profile of the United States has been so severely damaged. Take a look at the Bolton book. Whatever you think of John Bolton, just the description of the way we are viewed, the way alliances have been damaged. And these independent journalists, and I've seen them for years, travel with them overseas, they are remarkable. The language experts involved, the legacies involved. This goes all the way back to our fight against the Nazis when you look at the origins of these agencies.
Yes, I mean, they do something wonderful for America. They're trusted by people around the world to bring fair-minded news that these services actually criticize America at the same time, and they become a lesson for broadcasting to other people. Like, wow, you can have a broadcaster that criticizes your own government. People didn't realize that. So it's a really powerful exemplar of the U.S. message. And what is so dangerous here is that the legislation that created it, Smith-Mundt, makes sure that the broadcasting goes abroad. But if this becomes a kind of example of Trump international TV, and a kind of TV that he uses to broadcast within the U.S. for the election in 2020, that would be an extraordinary violation of its mission and something that Congress should really get heated about. In fact, Congress, the support for these agencies, for the Broadcasting Board of Governors and now International Broadcasting, has always been bipartisan. Bob Corker, who was the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Republican, was a great champion of it. So we need to protect these. These are crown jewels of international broadcasting for America.
And just all we have to say is that Steve Bannon was the mentor of Michael Pack. Well, we will stay on this. Thanks so much.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.